Hey guys, and welcome to my live stream this afternoon. Today we have a little change of scenery. I just didn't feel like sitting at my desk today, but here I am. We are on the couch for this afternoon's live stream. How are you guys doing today? I'm doing great. It's a lovely sunny day where I am. Even though it's cold outside, it's still like nice and picturesque. And I have like little plants to look at over here, so I quite like where I am today. I do remember that I also forgot to mention I was streaming most places, but that's fine. It'll just be an exclusive club today. Hello, Steve. Thanks for joining. Today I actually don't know what I'm going to be working on. Yeah, I'll have to think about it. For Steve, it's snowing and minus 9 degrees Celsius. That hurt for me to read. How? If it's minus 9 degrees Celsius, it'll be close to Fahrenheit at that point. But that's really cold. And I'm sorry. Also, how much winter do you get in Norway? Is it the kind of place that's winter for a full 6 months of the year, and then the other you get 2 months of spring and 2 months of fall, and then summer in the middle? I don't know. I'm a very cold and averse person, so I don't know if I could do that. Oh, it's 16 degrees Fahrenheit. Yeah, that's around that's 15 degrees below zero, so that's very cold. Where I live, if it gets below 25 degrees, they don't run the school buses in the morning. They have to have a delay until the engines can heat up. That's how much North Carolina is not equipped for the winter. Oh, but you say your winter's only 3 months long. Interesting. Then why? No. Why is it 9 degrees Celsius in March? That's what I want to know. Do you consider that spring? I'm curious. Hold on. Ooh, you're in your second winter. Yeah, it seems like right now we're having the second wave of ooh, it's 50s again instead of 60s. Yeah, I know, but there was this one week here where it was 80, and that was really comfortable. But now we're back to kind of chilly. Yes, I'm hoping for better weather in April. Hi, Essie. Thanks for joining me today. I'm glad you're joining me here because I forgot to mention it on Instagram that I was doing this. But we just have a small crowd today. Today I'm on my couch because I didn't feel like running at my desk today. I've been sitting there all morning working on a class paper, and I was just over it. The paper, in case you're wondering, it's about information seeking, and I'm doing an analysis on my own behavior of how I search for information to get a houseplant. That's what that's about. Steve will hopefully finish beta reading the book he's beta reading. Wonderful. Apparently lives in Massachusetts, and you're getting power outages. I'm sorry about that. Hopefully your power stays on today, and you don't get another one. I live in North Carolina, and the state's very unprepared for snow and power outages and stuff. I think the county that I grew up in had 3 snow plows for when the snow came, but it was just took forever for anything to happen. But there was this one winter. I say winter. I feel like it doesn't even deserve to be called winter when Steak is in the room. But yeah, the power was out for a full week, and it was really cold outside, and we had to go and be at my grandmother's house for a full weekend. That was an interesting time. I was like 10 years old. But yeah. Today, if anyone is new or is watching the live stream and is not familiar with the setup of my streams, we are going to be doing a 15-minute sprint, a 25, a 35, and then a random sprint determined by these babies. And I've already chosen the deck of cards today because truly I don't want to get up. So that's what's happening today. I feel like I had another thought to say. Any more? Oh yeah. Okay. So like my last stream was on Saturday, so I haven't done streams so close together. So I usually have more of an update to bring you when I am like doing streams a week apart. But today, my last one was on Saturday. So not much else to report. I have done more work on Project Faye. I've been, if you saw my Instagram story yesterday, and I posted a reel of it today, but like I shared a snippet, a poem I was writing for Project Faye. I shared the first stanza, and it's like I'm really digging it. I like the rhythm. It's got like a da 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 da. I used to take like I don't know what that rhythm is called, but I used to be really into finding the rhythm in a poem. Like it's also really difficult. The process is called scansion, and like it's when you like determine how the syllables flow. And like I was trying my best to keep it like a da 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 da. And it's like it's an interesting process. I'm glad you prepared for the snow, but yeah, power outages are no fun. You're also going to be working on historical fantasy. That's cool. Let me know if you got any magic working up in there. Good morning, Nicole. Thanks for coming. I just had a thought about time zones. I'm really thinking about time zones recently because my partner's actually on a plane to Japan right now, and he's going to be like 13 hours ahead of me, and it's like wild. But anyway, it's just still morning on the West Coast of the United States. Okay, what the heck am I doing today? What am I going to do? Am I going to work on my paper that I was working on earlier? Or am I going to work on Project Faye? Unsure. But I will figure it out in this first 15-minute sprint that I have prepared for us. Ooh, look at that transition. It's currently 10 a.m. for Nicole right now. Yeah, that tracks. It's 1 p.m. where I am. Right? That's 3 hours? Yes, that's 3 hours. Anyway, friends. Oh, it's 6 for Zeke. Okay, that's only like a 5-hour difference. Like that's a perfectly reasonable time to join the stream. I'm glad my time occupies a good happy middle for most people. What was I saying? I think I was talking about I'm going to figure out what the heck I'm doing during this 15-minute sprint, which let's just jump right into it in 3, 2, 1. Happy writing. Okay, friends, that is the end of our first sprint. Let me take off that timer. Hello. So I actually, no surprise, started working on Project Faye for that sprint, and I see Emma popped in for a second. Oh, thank you, Emma. That's very kind. And apparently, daylight savings doesn't start in Norway for another 2 weeks. And also, second fun fact: in America we might be having the last daylight savings shift, like ever, like depending. I don't really know the specifics of it, but we might not have to make it dark at 5 p.m. in winter anymore, and I'm looking forward to that. If that actually happens. Yay, and you made it to chapter 34. That's great. Hi, Kimberly. Thanks for joining. Yeah, I sure hope daylight savings is gone forever. Yeah, I hate it when it's dark at 5 p.m. in the winter. It makes me so like my mood is affected by the sunlight and the weather. I don't know if I would go so far as to say that I have like seasonal depression, but it's definitely, I love the sunshine, don't like it dark at 5 p.m. Yay. Steek is, for those of you who do not know, Steek is currently beta reading my book from me, my book Seaside, and if I were at my desk, my tapestry would be behind me, all about Seaside, but it's not because I wanted to be comfy today. Yes, I don't know what this is in response to. It might be for the daylight savings time, and if so, yes, all in favor. Yeah, just I get the reason they make it a little earlier in winter as to give more light for people in the morning commute, but also I'd rather have it after work than in the morning, because personally I'm not awake until 9 a.m. anyway. Nicole is checking word counts and still in bed. That's fine. That's totally fine. I did some writing in Project Faye for that sprint. It's a little hard to calculate how much I did because I was filling in this character interaction that was going on. I think I have 2 more sentences to write, and then I'm done with chapter 3, which is a huge accomplishment because chapter 3 I thought was going to be around 3,000 words, and it's ballooned into bigger, and I can check the word count in a second, but let me I'm just calculating how many words I probably wrote. It looks like I wrote about 150. But let me go ahead and scroll up to calculate how much I have now in chapter 3 to see how beefy of a chapter it is. Chapter 1 and chapter 2 have both been really close to 3,000 words by themselves, so I was expecting around 3,000 for chapter 3, but no. Chapter 3 is 4,600 words, so it is 1.5 times. I didn't expect it to be that much of chapter 3. Wow, that's a lot. That's my longest chapter I've ever written. I couldn't help it. I just kept adding content to it. Felt like it was done. Oh my god, tell me guys, what is the longest chapter you've ever written? Because that is obnoxious for me. I even keeping chapters to 3,000 words, stretching to 33,000 words, is a task for me, because I was writing a young adult romance, and those chapters are between they're around 1,800 words each, sometimes closer to 1,500. I just lost my hair tie. That's okay. So pushing these chapters to 3,000 is new for the format. It's new for me, but also I feel it works for the book, but it's just yeah, I'm just unused to it. I'm especially unused to 4,600 word chapter. yeah, there's no point keeping daylight savings time anymore because we're not really a like a farming society anymore. I mean, we do still have like a need for agriculture, and we do a lot of agriculture, but like most of us aren't farmers, so we don't need like daylight savings. Yes, yay for chapter 3. There's a snowstorm going on outside Steve's house, and that is wild. I mean, I hope you like snow. Maybe you do like snow, and maybe I'm like all negative on it when I don't need to be. Ooh, guys, I do have to tell you, like, the total word count for Project Faye is now 10,793 words, which is yay! I didn't even know that I passed the 10,000 mark. Of course I did if I was doing 3,000, and then 4.6 thousand. Like, yay! Oh my god, Kimberly, how do you write a chapter that's 12,000 words? How do you do that? How long are your books? I could not do that. Nice. Steve likes snow, but for Christmas. Oh, but you're over it now. I get that. For me, snow is a novelty, and we didn't get like a single snowflake this winter, and I'm sad about it. But you know what? Maybe I just need to move to Germany, and then there will actually be snow. High fantasy. So that's why you're writing 12,000. But like also, for me, I just feel like my attention span, like the way I approach a chapter is like a tight little package, and like I write and like exploring this one thing, and I don't feel like I could add like more things onto it. Like it's not natural for me to like it's interesting because like I feel like once I hit like a point I wanted to hit, I don't know what makes me stop a chapter. I do have a video about like analyzing my personal like chapter ending style, and I quite like that video. It was also about like how to fix my bad endings to my chapters, and like I don't know, chapter endings are hard. I just end them when they feel right, and they're around like 3,000 words for this book. I guess it's like when I run out of steam, or like I'm like ready to like time skip, basically. Or like ready to like in Seaside it was like switching perspective, so that was like pretty frequent, and that made the chapters short. But like yeah, it's interesting topic. Steve's chapters are average around 2,500 for fantasy, longest is 4K. Okay, see, we're like more on the same level, and Nicole too can barely make it above 3,000 for a chapter, and that's right, Kimberly. Every story is different. Oh, okay, Steve. I see. But like I will say that this is a discovery chapter, and it's the one where my main character she's exploring, but she's exploring lots of different things. And she's in a library, as I was talking about in my last stream. So like first she started out, she's in this house, she lives in this house, but it's not her house. I'm not going to explain that right now. But she's living in this house. She searches the library of that house. She doesn't find what she wants. So she sees a map, because this house also has a map, to like the big library. And so then she has to walk in the morning to go to that library. And then I have to give you all the world building of like how the city looks, because there's a specific structure to this city. And then she has to go in the library, and then she has to like figure out what to do in the library, and like there's a lot of obviously like lore and world building and information I'm just dropping in that chapter, but I hope in a tasteful way. So that's why that chapter is so long. But like if we finally get to like a stopping point at the end because she hasn't eaten in like a full day. She's really hungry. So she has to like she's been in this like fever state of like I gotta know the truth, guys. I gotta find out. And so she does that, but she's like crashing basically, and that's where the end of the chapter is. And she's going to visit someone she knows in the city, as to hope in hopes to like get some get some lunch, because she forgot to bring her money with her, of course. So that's what's going on in chapter 3 in very vague terms. Kimberly writes very descriptive. I see. Oh, something about police reports. I see. So this is a very basic, like kind of like a skeleton, or like a when you utilize more like telling than showing. When I need to do this, I always like, how do I explain this? Like I use brackets a lot, and like if I'm writing a chapter trying to rush through it, I will use brackets. But then like I don't consider that chapter complete until like I fill those brackets, unless it's like names I will return to, like king name, which by the way I do have a king name now. So yeah, I would say that I'm done filling out the brackets, and so therefore chapter 3 is done. Yeah, if you write a police report, it can feel like stilted and like cold, because that's kind of like the tone of it. But like that's what revision is for, baby. Like it's all gonna turn out fine. Like you got it. Like, and the fact that you know it's bad means that you can do it and make it better, because you can realize, oh, I can make it better by doing this. I'm just not doing it now. See, you got the skills. It is now cloudy. Suddenly, maybe it is time to start the second sprint in hopes the sun comes back. Let me present the timer. Reset that to 25 minutes. I hope the birdsong wasn't alarming to anyone. Just as a reminder, this is what the alarm sounds like. And yeah, our sponsor for today is Kirby. Did not know there was a new Kirby game. That's cool. Anyway, no, you don't, Steve. You do not need to write a perfect draft. Get over it. No, you don't. Yeah, some stories are made for description, but some stories are also meant to have police report first drafts, and then you make it better. And Steve, if it helps, don't even think of it as like a draft. Think of it as like an outline, because you're kind of outlining. What was I saying? I was talking about starting this second sprint. Yes. Well, let us do that now. I will see you guys in 25 minutes in 3, 2, 1. Happy writing. Okay, friends, that is the end of our second sprint. Let me pull myself forward again. Hello. The sun did return, but it's kind of like in and out, so it might go again, go away again. But here we are. How did you guys do? I'm surprising myself with my discipline, and I actually worked on my class paper during that sprint. Good news is I only have about like 5 or 6 more lines to write. I'd say about like maybe like 200 to 300 more words to write my paper left. So that's good. I don't think you're interested in how many words I wrote for my paper, but I wouldn't be able to tell you anyway because I was all over the place. Just doing that kind of embellishing that just makes a paper longer. Thank you, Steeg. Yeah, I'm almost done with it. It's just how do I say this? The way I have to use sources is I have to how do I say this? I have to use sources from class. Unfortunately, I did not take any notes from class, so I have to just cherry pick from text, and it's working. But luckily, it's a short paper, and I don't have to do this for like 10 pages. Otherwise, I'd be feeling a lot less confident about what I have so far. But yeah, it's almost done. The end. Okay. Nicole read 8 pages of A Day of Fall and Night. Isn't that the sequel to Prior to the Orange Tree? I think it is. And that book has been popping up all over for me, like in my my mental cloud, I guess. My partner just texted me a picture of it, like, I think you would like this, and I was like, yeah, you know what, maybe I should read that. Stig's apparently starting that on Thursday and is so excited. I guess this is what's revealed to me in a dream. I've actually never said that on a paper before. I have said as we alluded to in class, or as we discussed in group discussion one day, and that's kind of citing, but not really. I've said that before. Oh, is it a prequel? Now I'm even more intrigued. Should I read the prequel first, or is it a book that's meant to be read after the first one? That's what I'm curious about. Is it a true I don't know. I guess you can't really have a prequel because if a prequel comes out first, then it's just the first book. But if a sequel comes out that's before the first book is actually a prequel, it's weird. Seek says I should read probably first and then I'll add more to the prequel. Okay, makes sense. Sorry, I just I read Kimberly's comment and that I was on a different frame of thought, but I'm back. Use visions and dreams a lot in the last ED campaign. You wrote, oh, I didn't. Wait, I did know you DM'd. I knew that. That's cool. I'm currently participating in a D&D campaign. No dreams yet. We sleep and we level up when we sleep, but no dreams. Maybe I should request a dream sequence. Steve's bachelor thesis cited your own homework. You quoted yourself. Interesting, but was your homework interesting? Was it because your homework is not in the canon. I wonder That's interesting. That's I never thought about that before. It seems kind of obvious, but it's cool. Nicole's never read Priory. Me neither. Join the club. Oh, you like my shirt? Thank you. So this is like a star shirt, like a star print. And then it's actually a vest that I wear in the winter, but because it's like cold outside today, the cold is seeping in through the window. This is a vest, so that's what this situation is. Yes. And you're making a real series on Instagram about what D&D taught you as an author. You know what? I've been thinking so hard about this, that like D&D is such a good method for character studies, especially like getting into character's personality. I think it's so beneficial to play a character, but like as a character, like really lean into it, and that is like so good for learning like voice and like character. You know, I know it's wild, and I think it's really cool. If you've never done D&D, I think like it's so helpful, right? For Steve's homework, you discussed what the nursing role meant to me. So it was a paper, and in your thesis statement for your bachelor, you talked about nursing roles that experienced my internship. That makes sense. No. It makes total sense, Steve. Like, yeah. I wonder, like, if you're really willing to share, like, what led you into nursing. I know it's a hard job. My mom's friend has been a RN for like 30 years, and it's really like hard on her, and like I think she's in hospice care, and it's not a job for everyone. It's really hard, and it's really empathetic, and yeah, I'm sure like the world appreciates all the work you do, Steve, because man, our healthcare workers really deserve all of our thanks. Why am I looking at my essay? I don't know. I guess I'm like looking for something else to talk about. I will definitely, if I really try, I can finish my paper in the next sprint. I don't know if I want to though, but I also don't have any more steam for Project Faye because I haven't outlined chapter 4 well enough for me to just dive right in. So like I'll need to be doing some more thinking about Project 4, and especially like chapter 5, because I notice when I'm writing, if I don't have the next 2 chapters outlined, then I can't write the next chapter because I'm like I don't want to write myself into a corner, and I need a direction to like make sure like I'm good. Like, okay, if I write chapter 4 and I know what's gonna happen in chapter 5, I know like the story is still gonna be going in the right direction. But if I only have, I'll be honest, I have like 2 paragraphs of an outline for maybe 3 paragraphs of an outline for chapter 4, and then I have like a sentence for chapter 5, and that's like I'm not confident enough to like go in that direction until like I figure out what the heck is going to happen in chapter 5. And unfortunately, the person who I'm co-writing this project with is on a flight to Japan right now, so I can't talk about it with him. So I don't know, maybe I will, I guess I'll finish my paper during the next sprint. I should probably do that. But also it's not really due until like the 19th of March, and yet I'm doing it anyway because it's something to do. And I thought it was due on the 10th, but then I realized my professor extended the deadline till the end of spring break. So I was like, cool, gonna wait. Yeah, I don't know. I'll think about it. I'll probably finish my paper and then do some like brainstorming about Project Faye by myself. That's what I'll probably do. Okay, Steve's lore, nursing origin story. the girl next to you in high school was applying to nursing school and was like, why not? And then you applied for costume design school, but ended up getting into both and chose nursing. I do wonder what your life would have been like if you went to costuming school instead of nursing school. I think, honestly, you would be a great costume designer. I don't know why I feel that way. I don't know why. Did you watch a lot of, when I was young, I used to watch a lot of TLC shows with my mom, including, well, maybe they weren't all TLC, but like What Not to Wear and like Project Runway, stuff like that. And I'm wondering if you watched like a similar vibe of TV show. I don't know, like, it's weird how like at some point in our lives we make decisions and that's when our lives like diverge, but not in a scary way, but just in a, oh, I chose to do this. And sometimes those choices don't like come to us naturally. They're just like, decide, here's the time, and like we have to make those decisions quickly. But you know what? I think it all works out in the end. I hope you are enjoying my existential chat for today about the meaning of life and choices we make. Steve loves shows like that and costume dramas and people making costumes on YouTube. I actually, you know what? I do watch like a fair number of costume designers or like clothing designers on YouTube. Like I used to watch Best Dressed until she like had her, I think she's off YouTube now. And I'm also watching, I don't know her last name, but her name's like Makara. And she's famous for like dressing up as like holiday Barbie every Christmas. And I watch Rachel Maxey. She's lives in the United States, and she does a lot of like costumey but also like vintage inspired stuff. She's good. Oh, and I know who this is. I don't follow her though. Yes, I love Rachel Maxey's energy. Like she's just so she's my like cozy videos on YouTube. That's what I watch, and they always seem to come at just the right time. It is interesting to see what sparks a lifelong interest. Like, in some ways, like I could have not been a writer. I could have. What the heck did I want to do when I was little? I think I wanted to open like a bakery and stuff like that. Like I could have done that. I could have chosen not to write another book because it's like, when I was young, I wrote a book in middle school. Wrote is a loose term. And then I kind of like wrote it on and off in high school. And then I gave it up at 19. And that was hard for me. And I guess I could have ended writing there, but I didn't. And now that I've put so much effort into Seaside, it's almost like I don't have any other choice. Like it's almost like kind of like a sunk cost idea. Like I've already put so much energy into being a writer. Like I don't understand how I could not be a writer. And also I find so much creative like fulfillment and like energy and pride from it that like not doing writing sounds ridiculous to me now. But like definitely when I was in middle and high school, I was kind of like flippant about it. I was like, yeah, well, I like writing, but like I could be like I could open a bakery, I could teach English, I could do psychology. Like, you know, I had other ideas, but like, you know, eventually like your life narrows. And I think that it comes with like self-confidence and like making a choice and sticking with it. And you know, it is what it is. That's life. Yeah, Rachel Maxey still is a comfort channel. So you wanted to be an architect, but then realized that it involved math. It was nothing like this is. Then you wanted to be a veterinarian. But you need crazy great. Oh, interesting. I didn't know it was so academically demanding, so you settled for nursing. Okay. I actually have a childhood friend who I don't talk to anymore. Like, you know how, like, you have friends, but then you just, like, drift apart, like, naturally. But I still follow her on Instagram, and so I knew her, like, all throughout middle school. We were very close friends, had a lot of the same interests. And she wanted to be a veterinarian, and it just came out, like, a couple months ago that she's going to vet school, and, like, she's doing it. And I'm like, "Yes, you go, you do it." I'm like, I'm so I don't know, it's wild. It's really cool. And because, like, I knew her when she wanted to do that, and now she's doing that. So it's really cool. Anyway, there's only one vet school in Norway, and you need so much extracurricular grades to make the cut. Oh, I see. So it's like there's more demand than spots in the school. I get it. I'm wondering how many years vet school is, and if it's similar to more like a master's program, which is 2 to 3 years, or a PhD program, which is like 6 to 10 years. Wow, it must take. I'm feeling like it's closer to the 6 year mark because there's just so much to learn. Yeah, 6 years in Norway. Yeah, it just sounds like so much. It's basically a doctor. Like, you're being like a full doctor, but like for like an even wider variety of animals, or maybe like you do a specialization. I'm not certain. I didn't want to be a veterinarian. But anyway, friends, let me pull up our timer for the third sprint so we can get crack-a-lackin' with our progress for today. Yes, and I think I'm also going to get a snack. Also going to get a snack during that sprint. Sorry, my mom just texted me. I got a little distracted, but now I'm back. Okay, friends, we're going to have... Hold on, I got some comments to read. You can specialize in veterinary school in husbandry, vermin, critters, breeding fishes. Equestrian, yeah, that's... Okay, that's kind of what I assumed, but also like a lot. Yes, my friends, let's do this. Let's sprint for another 35 minutes, and then we will have our random sprint to follow. Yeah, third running sprint starting in 3, 2, 1. Happy riding. All right, friends, that was the end of our third writing sprint. But have no fear, another writing sprint is here. How was that for everyone? I am busy getting my cards together and making sure I don't have any jokers in my deck. Because I know there's supposed to be 2, but I only found 1. So, like, it might be in the deck, so I'm just doing, like, a quick pass to see if I can find it. But how was that for you guys? I'm not on the comments tab, so I'll need to switch to that. Lady Neo just got here. Hello. Oh, I'm so glad it's been helpful for you, Kimberly. You're not alone. Yes, I'm so glad. That makes me happy to hear that this sprint has motivated you to get a scary thing done that you didn't want to do, but now you're doing. Zeke on chapter 39. In my opinion, where you're at in the book, the plot just freight trains to the ending. Like the like last like 30 to 25% just like really like rockets to the ending. So like I hope you find the same. I hope you feel that way. Or like I don't know why I mentioned that. Maybe it's bad practice for you to tell me how I feel about it, but I'm glad you're on chapter 39. I'm also curious how you're going to get through. I have 52 chapters in my book, and 39 minus 52 is like 11 more chapters. So you have a ways. Lady New got 41 words. I am in a new spot, but it's still in the same room. I just wanted to be comfy, so I'm on my like couch today. But yeah, same stream, different location. Nicole got 26 more pages read. Your head is swimming and everything is just starting to come together. Oh, is it like the moment like in like a mystery book where like all like the lines start to connect, and that's a good feeling. You got this, Nicole. Yeah. How exciting. Shan is just joining. Hello. Stieg. You were supposed to take so many comments. I don't want you to like burn yourself out by doing so much work on my draft, but thank you. Oh my god. Yeah, you've been taking notes for your editorial letter. And you made a front page for it. That's so cute. I love it. Oh my god. I appreciate the amount of effort that you're putting towards beta reading my book. That is really, really kind of you. I really appreciate it. Oh, I didn't even talk about what I did during that sprint. I finished my paper and I turned it in. So it's done. There's nothing I can do about it anymore. It was 3 1/4 pages and it needed to be 3 to 4. So like that's exactly what it needed to be. And I am pleased with that. Yeah, I'm just basically applying a bunch of information theories to what I did when I bought a houseplant. It was really, really riveting. But you know, that's what I'm doing in my degree. If you don't know, I am a graduate student and I'm studying information and library science. So that's where that assignment factors in. But I finished my paper. And that is good. I need to I'm noticing that these aren't shuffled amazingly. Like they're kind of shuffled, but I'm getting consecutive cards. And this is why I normally shuffle so much before I pull the cards, because they're not shuffled amazingly, because I don't have one. I do have one of those automatic card shufflers. Do we know where it is? No. Do I want to plug it in and use it? Also no. But you know what? Maybe I should spend the time one day and actually pre-shuffle my reshuffled my cards. So yeah, I'm so glad you've been. I'm so glad you've been enjoying it. I'm so glad. Oh my god, that just makes me. I was a little worried how you were gonna feel about the midpoint, but you know what? I guess I'll figure out how you actually feel when I read your comments in your letter. But like, I'm glad. I'm really glad. In case anyone's wanting to know the vibes of Seaside, according to Steve, it's cute, funny, angsty, and just I hope you find out how it ends tonight, and you're like For Nicole's book, there's so many characters and POVs, and the backstories are done, and now they're on the move. Ooh, on the move. I'm glad you think so, Kimberly. It's exciting to me. Like I found the paper quite interesting, but like I know it's not interesting to everyone. Like some people are like information science, and I'm like, what is that? Like, how do you do science on information? And yeah, it's fine. I guess I'll tell you. Like, even me putting like the persona out there of like, what is information science, makes me want to defend information science. So here it is. Here's what information science is. According to me, it is the study of how information is created, stored, accessed, shared, and like maintained long term. And it's over like a wide number of fields. So there's like, it can stretch as far as an archive to a project manager. It's a very wide field, like a web designer and like librarian. It's like huge. It's a huge field, but like it's all about the information, about the data. And I want it to be like out so bad. I want it to. I'm making a video right now about, or I'm editing a video right now about like my querying, like stamping all my query letters. And by that, I don't mean making like sending out my manuscript. I mean like writing motivational letters to myself. And I'm almost finished editing the video. It'll be out this week. And like, it's just even though I try to hold it back, like the hope, the hope is not going away. It is increasing, and that makes me nervous. And I'm sure that the hope will continue to increase as I look at my beta reader feedback. I'm just like, like it's hard not to hope. And I'm being vague, but I mean like about the success of Seaside. Like I obviously want to get an agent, and I obviously want to get a book deal and to have my book published and like get it out there. But like me saying that, it's not gonna make it happen. And yet there is the hope. Hard to get around when you're so passionate about something. I've completed my agent query list, and basically once I get feedback back from Steek in my second beta reader, and once I like process it and like deal with that, like I'm basically sending out my queries after that. I have written query package stuff. I'll probably ask some other people to look it over for me, but like yeah, there's also like fear and hope commingling together. In some ways, the hope is stronger, and that makes me worried because that'll just make it hurt worse when I get rejected. And I know I'm going to get rejected, but you know, it just depends on like, the question is how much are you going to get rejected? And that I cannot know. I can only make the best book I can, and I hope I have. this comment is related to something I said a while ago, but Seaside is the mix of cute, funny, angsty, and I'm glad you think it's perfect description. And yes, for the letters, excuse me, I'm going to get them so you can see. For the letters, I went like all out. Like this is what I've done. And I have a reel about this on Instagram of me like making a seal, but I also like have a video of like how I did this and me writing the first letter. I have like 7 of these, and I will say some of these I might never open because they're like different milestones in the query process, and they're like some of them might not happen. Anyway, Nicole's gonna go have a shower. With Streams we were gone. Had a good stream. Thank you for the sprints. You're welcome for the sprints. We will see. We'll see how long. See how long the sprint is. Probably still be going by the time you get back, to be honest. So yeah, the letters I'm using as a way to manage disappointment, but also to like reward myself even if like something bad happens. So like this one is you send out the first query, obviously not something negative. And then the next one is the first rejection comes, and then I got like query for 3 months, query for 6 months, then like the dream agent says no, and then 2 kind of hopeful ones. And I might need to write more letters to myself in the future, like queried for 9 months, queried for a year, but I didn't write those yet. And then the positive ones are you get some kind of request and the offer comes. Might never open this one. Might be for a completely different book when I open this one, but you know, one can only hope. And so the first letter I'm going to open is you sent out the first query. That one I'm definitely going to open. So I'm looking forward to that. Anyway, friends, I think it's time to do our card pull and have some water first. Now, what we do is we pull 4 cards. 4 cards. The deck I've chosen today is Gardens and Flowers. It's quite cute, quite botanical. We're going to pick 4 cards, and we're going to sprint for the amount of minutes on the cards. Face cards translate to numbers as well. Don't worry about that. And so we're going to pull 4 cards, and it would be helpful if someone else kept math for me while I was doing this because, you know, writer brain hasn't done math in a while. So I'm going to cut the deck, and then we're going to pick 4 cards, and then we're going to like get going. Get going for our final sprint. I did not get any brainstorming done for Project Faye in the last sprint, so I'll take whatever, honestly. I'll take all the inspiration brainstorming time I can get. Today, I'm indifferent, but it could be 52 minutes. So I hope you guys are prepared for that. But, you know, the first one's not looking good. It's a king. So this is 13 minutes. This represents 13. And it's quite a... Oh, I thought it was a mushroom. It's not a mushroom. It's just a guy. It's just a guy with some baskets of... What is that? Corn and tomatoes? Yeah, just a guy. 13 minutes. Now, if I shuffled them right, this won't be an ace or a queen. Oh, it's a 4. Okay, good. Shuffled a little bit better. This is like honeydew? A melon? I think it's a honeydew. That's a pretty illustration. Okay, this many. That's 17. Here's where the math gets hard. Okay, 9. So we're going to have a little bit of a longer sprint today. What is that? Seltzer. I don't know. It's just like a bunch of like produce. Just a bunch of fruits and vegetables. Mostly vegetables. Gourds, I would say. The last card is a jack. So we are going to have quite a long sprint today. This is 11 minutes, and this is like just a nice field. A nice, like, that looks like a window frame, the flowers and wheat. It's quite pretty. So we're going to have this many minutes. I think this is around like 30 to 40 minutes. If someone wants to do like the math. Oh, Stieg, I see you've already done it for me. That's amazing. You're the MVP. Okay, how do I freaking hold these? Okay, like that? Okay. Yeah, so 13 plus 4 plus 9 plus 11 is 37. I'm going to trust you because I honestly don't want to do that. So anyway, that's what we have for today. I will bring up our, we didn't get this card today, but this is my favorite card. It's quite beautiful, those like roses, carnations. Uncertain, but I will pull up our, what's the procedure? Yes, I'm going to reset this, and I'll make that 37, 37, 39, 37. Okay, I'll make it 37 minutes. And yeah, we will have our final sprint of this afternoon. Thank you guys so much for joining me up to this point and hanging out and writing and persevering and talking about whatever we talked about the last 2 hours. Thank you guys so much for being here. And if you need to jump off during this stream, this sprint, that's perfectly all right. Thank you for being here so far. But anyway, we're going to have our final sprint for 37 minutes, and it's random. We got this, and you're welcome for hosting, Steve. I always like doing this. It's good. It's good when we all are having a good time. Okay, let us have our fourth and final sprint of the afternoon, evening, or morning, wherever you are. In 3, 2, 1, here we go. All right, friends, that was the end of our 4th sprint. How did everybody do? I actually got way more than I thought I was going to get done. Where is my... I thought I had a... Yes, that's the right banner. Yeah, how did you guys do for that sprint? Yes, it was... I liked it. The stream had a good vibe. We had very good vibes today. So you got the chapter 45, which, wow, that's like 6 chapters in 37 minutes. You were just tearing through it like how I predicted. Great. Oh my god. Wait, you're in chapter 45? Where is that in the story? You're very close to the end. I think I know where you are, but I won't check now. Because I have some progress to report. So I actually did not do much thinking about chapter 4. I just kind of went for it, which is, kind of uncharacteristic of me, but I just did it. I went for it. I did it. And so I wrote 640 words in chapter 4, which is going to be about I'm going to try to make it 3,000 words like all the other chapters, but it's going to be more like a cool down chapter from the last chapter. So it's good. It's going good. 640 words. It's pretty good. Now, do I know what's going to happen after those? No, but I do have some words. Yeah, isn't it? It's like a freight train. The Act 3 really brings the pacing up. I'm glad you noticed that, but in a good way. I'm good. So Julian just climbed out of his bedroom window. Okay, I know you are in the story. Yeah, I know you are. Obviously, because I wrote it, but I'm just envisioning the rest of the story you have yet to read. Well, I hope you get to the ending soon. Lady Neo got about 2 pages done and close to finish chapter 20, only a few sentences away. Oh, that's so great. That's great. Nicole returned from the shower and you have a bandana on to keep your hair out of your face. Great. So yeah, I got pretty good, a good chunk, probably how much is that? Like a quarter, a fifth of chapter 4 done. I don't know, it might be a short chapter. It might be about 2,000 words. It'll be just like a casual conversation. My main character's talking with someone she met yesterday, and they're gonna have a outing. They're gonna go explore some of the city, and then Myra's gonna take a nap in the park. That's what's happening in chapter 4. And you also has another account, and you'll be on that one more starting by the end of the week. Okay, no problem. I think you will be okay with the ending. And that is all I'm going to say about that. I have a really bad poker face, Steve. I wish you hadn't said that and asked me that. No comment. If you want to send me a strongly worded letter, put it in your editorial letter. Let's talk about something else so I can avoid spoiling anything for Steve, because I don't want to do that. So yeah, when am I streaming next? So I'm going to the beach this weekend with my mom on Friday. So that's why there was no sprint. Stop it, Steve. Stop it. You'll be... shut up. I'm talking to myself there. I'm going to the beach this weekend with my mom. So that's why I'm not streaming today. But I will probably be streaming not this Friday, but next Friday. So what day is that? That is the 24th. Ooh, I'm also going to glow-in-the-dark yoga that day. It's called Gloga. I do plan on having fun at the beach. I don't really like beach for like beachy reasons. I just like it for the vibes, if that makes sense. I'm not going to be sunbathing. I'm going to be like walking and maybe reading and listening to an audiobook on the beach. But like I'm not getting put on a swimsuit. I don't care for the water. I just like the vibes. So yeah, my next stream will be not this. Sorry, Steve. I keep getting an email every time you comment on my document, and my phone's right there. So that's why I'm a little distracted right now. And don't let that discourage you from commenting. You're fine. What was I saying? Yes, stream. Not this Friday, but next Friday. Thank you all for coming today, and being here for this moment in my writing journey. I am gonna be querying soon. Yes, I have gotten. Don't worry about it. Like Google Docs sends it to me in chunks, so it's not like it's not like for every single comment, but it sends me like an update when like enough have been accrued. I don't really know how it works, but it's fine. It's fine. All reactions are fine. You're welcome, Kimberly. I hope you will join us next time. I guess time for promo. I have a writing Instagram. It will show up on the end card, the end screen, the outro video when I play it. I have been getting lots of emails last many days, Steve, but that's fine because that means I know you're working on it, so it's good. Yeah, I'll do a stream next week. I think that's all I have to say. I make writing videos here. Gonna be querying soon. I will have a video coming out this week about my query letter videos, and I think that's all I need to say. All I need to say today. You're welcome, Steve. Yes, good vibes. Have fun with Seaside. I will be looking forward to your comments and your letter. And that is all I'm going to say about that. Okay. I think it's time to end the stream. Thank you guys so much for coming today. Catch you on the flip side. I'm going to play my outro video now. Bye.